We would be honored if you would join us.
Welcome, welcome. A little decorations on the stream, as you can see. We got our werewolf here. We got our frozen man. Warren, how you doing? We got our pumpkin. Right here. Got our tombstone. And our black cat. And then over on the other side is... I don't know what that is. Some kind of creepy shadow. Creepy shadow guy. I used to have it when I was using a green screen. I had it right behind me. Like, there's somebody back here? You know, kind of thing. Anyway, welcome. I think I have the I think I have the golden werewolf and the whatever the other one's called. I keep forgetting what he's called. Haven't tuned in for a while. Any more rare stuff I didn't get to see? Rare stuff. Nothing that comes to mind. I mean, I've got rare animals, but nothing, you know, unusual. What was the last thing you saw? I don't remember when the last time you were on. Got some non-typicals. I don't know. Good question. I don't remember. I did win that Bobcat comp last night. I didn't get first place. Somebody beat me out. Of course they did. Pretty sure we were tracking a wolf and gave up on it last time I saw a street. Oh, yeah. Nothing like rare stuff. No. Yeah, the Bobcat, was it? Yeah, somebody came in last night or yesterday, and I was in first place in this what was it called? Bobcat, top Bobcat intermediate. I did get second place, so there you go. I had first place with it was a scoring competition. I had first place for quite a while actually. And then this guy comes in and gets a 9.3. Of course he did. That's okay. In second place, that's no problem. No, I don't have an issue with that. I like doing competitions, but I do get burned out on it. Sometimes I just don't want to do them. But I try to find like new ones that I haven't done. Now this one, that is pretty rare. I got a gold trophy in a whitetail competition. I don't even remember ever getting one, to be honest with you. Yeah, sometimes you really get surprised. You think you got it, and then you don't got it. Never, you know, rest on your laurels thinking, oh, I got it. I got this. Because you could be disappointed. Weird things happen, believe me. I've gotten sandbagged up to the last hour of the competition, and someone came in and sandbagged me. I'm not saying people do that on purpose, but although on the other hand, people do wait. Sometimes people will wait until towards the end to see what, they got to deal with as far as can they win this, and then they'll come in. I've done it myself. I didn't try to sandbag somebody, but I've done a competition where I was actually in first place or in the top 3, and then someone came in and knocked me out, and I thought, I'm going back in there. I'm going to try. And I've actually succeeded. Like a wolf one. I was in first place and I got, like, say, a 16-3 wolf, 16-4. Someone came in, or even a 16-5, I don't remember exactly. Someone came in and got a little better, and I went back in and I actually got a trophy wolf, like a 16-8. Yeah. I didn't know I was going to be able to do it, but I tried, and sometimes you can succeed. Ever got a huge animal and forgot to enter in the comp? Yes. Oh yeah. I told this story before. It was a special event. Could have been Summer Fiesta. I don't remember. This was a couple years ago. And it was a turkey comp. And I tried to get a nice turkey, and I wasn't able to get one very good. Maybe a 60 something. And then I still had attempts left. And I thought, I don't want to waste the attempts. I'm going to go do some other stuff. So I deactivated the competition. And sometime after that, I went back into, I think it was Whiteheart. And I was at, it's over here. And whatever I was doing, I started heading towards this lake. I got to about this road right here, and I heard a turkey call. He was right down by the shore. There was a couple of turkeys there. I looked down there, and it was a 60 to 70 turkey, or something like that. And I thought, well, this is great. I don't have the competition activated, but I'm going to shoot anyway. I shot it, and it was a 69. Yeah, I was not happy. That was a special event competition, and those are worth a lot, like 1,000 EM for first place. I think it is. It's not really about the EM. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have that, but just to win in a special event competition is pretty hard, especially turkeys. Turkeys, a lot of people like to hunt turkeys. So to win one of those, that's a big deal. Yeah. They always show up at the wrong time. Exactly. They do. That is so true. What compound bow should I buy in the game? Well, that's a tough one. There's so many good ones. I can tell you my favorite ones: snakebite, recurve bow. That one's harder to learn, but also the Parker Python or Dragon, same thing, with the rangefinder scope. There's other bows. There's the Pulsar, but Pulsar is not really my go-to bow. So I would say either a snakebite or a Parker Python. That kind of gives you both extremes on the bow, in the bow family. Snakebite is a really good bow. It's not really a long range bow, but it's really good. I used the Parker Python for a long time. Very accurate with the rangefinder. I wouldn't say it's as quiet or as powerful as like a snakebite, but still, if you know how to use it, you can really be accurate with that bow. Aside from the wind can be a factor, but other than that, it's really good. Yeah. There's a comp that I'm doing today that it's going to require accuracy with a bow. I'll show it to you in a minute. I got a 33-4 Fox. Wow. And forgot to act. Oh, no. Yeah, it happens. It seems like it happens like more than it should, but I've had it happen so many times. A really nice animal show up, and it's like, oh boy. I actually, now talking about red fox, I actually have gotten personal best many times in the last couple years. I keep topping my personal best, and I didn't even realize I just did it again on this year, I think. Personal best. $33.6 on February 20th, 2024. Yeah, I topped it again, barely. And I think I actually forgot to taxidermy it. I don't know. Giving us notifications to remind us of comps that we can do on our hunt. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. It's not comps, but it's actually missions. This is something that I didn't even know. I just kind of stumbled upon it. Is in Way of the Hunter. I don't know if you play Way of the Hunter. It was just by accident, sheer accident that it happened. Want to put that rangefinder scope on it, but I'm not sure which one I want to buy. So I'm talking about the 5. You're not sure. Well, you can only use it on the rangefinder. You can only use it on the Parker Python and the Dragon. That's it. You can't use it on any other bow or weapon. It's the only scope that has a rangefinder in the game. The only one. So I was playing Way the Hunter, and I had multiple missions. And you can't activate, in that game, you can't activate more than one. You can only have one activated in the game, which is kind of weird. Unlike the Hunter, you can activate as many as you want. It doesn't matter, as long as they're unlocked. In Way the Hunter, so what happened was, I had a mission activated, objective, whatever you want to call it. And I happened to run into a different animal, and I shot him, whatever it was, and I clicked to harvest him, and it came up with a message that says, "Hey, you have a mission for this animal. You want to activate it." And it brought me back to the objectives, and it allowed me to activate it and then go back and harvest it again. Can you believe that? It actually let me do that. I didn't even know you could do that in the game. That's really cool. You can't do that in this game, Hunter Classic. One time I got first place on a grizzly comp, and it's cool because I shot in your server, and you told me that the gun is so loud. Yeah. I wish Classic had that. Yeah, especially when it's they got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of missions that yeah, if you have a different one active, of course you wouldn't be able to do it in a competition, but in a mission would be kind of nice. On the other hand, you wouldn't have to, because they're already active. You can have more than one active, so you wouldn't. In other words, every day I go out and do missions, I have missions that complete and I don't even know I'm doing them because they're already active. So it does work automatically in this game. As long as you have other missions activated, they will count even if you're not, if you're not doing that mission, it's still active in the background. So But it's kind of weird if you think about it. Why is it that in Way the Hunter you can only have one mission activated? I don't understand that. It's kind of weird. Anyway. It's annoying to activate every single comp when you go on a map. Yeah, like, so this is what we got today. On Timbergold, you got His and Hers, Grey Wolf, Muley Bow Special, Heavy Burden, Grizzly Bear, Rocky Marksman. That's the one with the range thing I was going to show you. So I don't necessarily do Grizzly Bear competitions, but I just activate it just in case one shows up, because yes, you know one's going to show up, right? Something's going to show up that you're not actually looking for. So I always do that. I don't activate I don't do Pumas. I don't even bother. On the other hand, one did show up, and it was a trophy. Puma, a 15 point something. I can't remember what it was. What was it? 15.99. Look at that. 15.99. That's like almost the top you can get on a Puma. And it was just by sheer coincidence. She just showed up, walked right by me in a tree stand, and I shot her. But I wasn't doing a mission. I wasn't doing a comp. It just showed up out of nowhere. Couldn't believe it. I'm not really sure this isn't updated. This says 15.7 is the highest, but it's not. It's 16, I think. I'm not sure. Well, actually, if you go to that tool thing, this usually tells you 16. So 16 is the highest score. I got a 15.99. Yeah. 15.7 is considered taxidermy trophy. Couldn't believe it. Just out of nowhere. Crazy. All right. You talking about Pumas? I don't like them because you can't hear them unless they call. You can't hear them walking. They're very slow, and you could have the e-collar and they won't show up for like 15 minutes. They take forever. The only other thing you could do is, if they're within 100 meters, you could use the rabbit collar and they'll run in. But they have to be 100 meters or less, or they won't be able to hear it. So yeah, they're pretty tough to hunt, especially if you're tracking them. If you have a track, a lot of times they're going to spot you before you spot them, especially if they don't call or anything. So yeah, they're pretty difficult to hunt. You got to have a lot of patience. All right, so this one, Rocky Marksman. This is one I've tried before, and it's not really an easy competition. Your highest scoring Rocky Mountain elk over 50 meters, 100% harvest with any bow. Esdean, how you doing? So you ask yourself, what bow do I use for this? Well, I wouldn't recommend using a recurve or a snakebite unless you're really good at snakebite and you're good at long range. I'm not. It's really a guessing. It's kind of a guessing thing, or just kind of a feel. But I would recommend using either the Parker Python Dragon or the Pulsar. I don't think you can use a crossbow. Can you? Yeah, no crossbows right there. Sorry. No crossbows. So probably the best weapon to use, the best bow to use is the Parker Python because it has a rangefinder on it. Well, if you can use a snake bite, Joe, yeah, do it. If you're good at it. I'm not that good at it. As far as, I mean, an elk is a big animal. If you can get a double lung shot on the side of a elk, standing still, and you're pretty confident you can do it, go for it. I'm just not confident enough to know exactly where, let's say 60 meters is. Unless you practice it. If you practice, say 50, 60 meters, whatever, 70 meters, do it. I just don't want to do that. And I think, let's see, the pulsar is, what is it, 60 max? So you just use the bottom dot on the Parker Python, I'm sorry, pulsar scope. That's, I believe it's 60 meters. You can use that, or use the Parker Python rangefinder scope, which is what? Isn't that also 60 meters? I don't remember. So that's got to be over 50. It is, okay. And you don't want to do 55 because that's going to be a little iffy because it's in between the sights, the dots. So that's a little, I would rather just do 60 or something. You could do 50 and then just aim a little bit higher if the animal's at 55 or something. I don't know. But what I did is I set up a flag at I think it was 60 meters from the tree stand or the tower. And then I did the old urine spray trick, lured him in and he stood still, got in the whatever it was, the tower or the tree stand, and shot him. Yeah. But it's still hard. It has to be 100% harvest. That means you got to get a double lung shot or a heart shot. Double lung shot, really. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you're used to those bows at a long range, do it. Yeah. Let's see. The mule bow special. So the his and hers. I've played that one. That's the gray wolf one, and the last couple times I played it, I just could not get a decent male wolf. So I'm gonna try it. That one is the combined highest score of a male and a female gray wolf. It's a pretty good comp, and you get 5 attempts. Let's go. Let's do this. How's it going, Joe? Wow, that took a long time to load. Why is the volume on my stream PC down to 62%? What the heck? Oh, that's weird. I must have accidentally turned it down. Oh. Oddly specific. What do you mean? What is? The elk comp, you mean? Oh, 62. I was just, yeah, sometimes I accidentally turn it down. I have, I have software on both of my computers that can share the keyboard and mouse. I don't do it while I'm playing games because then you get that spinning thing where the screen just spins because it thinks the mouse is over on another computer and it gets stuck in like a whatever. So sometimes I forget I'm actually on my mouse is on my other computer and I adjust the volume, but I'm actually adjusting on my stream PC. I'm not adjusting on my game computer. So yeah, that happens. That's why. And I just forgot about it. All right. We're going to need, obviously, a bow. The question is, what bow do we want to use? We're going to need a bow for the mule deer and the elk. I think I'm going to go with the dragon for now. And we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, we'll use something else. What is this music? And heavy burden, grizzly bear. It's a weight competition, unspooked female. Heaviest. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I'm not going to really have a weapon for it specifically. I'm going to bring the 10mm pistol. You know, so I was thinking about this last night after I finished streaming. I had a really hard time finishing that roe deer mission on Way the Hunter. Man, I could not finish it. If you guys, anybody was watching yesterday, it was terrible. I spent 6 hours streaming that game, and I got the calm roe deer part done. I couldn't get the spooked one done, and I shot how many roe deers did I shoot? It must have been at least 6 that I shot with buckshot, point blank, not even, probably 10 meters, and every time I'd shoot him, it'd say it was basically like a body shot, and he didn't die. I just could not. I mean, you're talking about like 12 pellets in a shotgun, in a buckshot, and he didn't die, and it was barely made him bleed. It was terrible.